So good evening, everybody. My name is Boma. My name is Boma Grace Ogidigben, and I'm the creative director of House of Bo. I'm the creative director of Brazilian, and I'm also the Convener of Fashion Experience Festival. I know you will shout, but well, today I'm not going to be talking about the government. So I'll be talking about our fashion, our style, and how it resonates with you as a filmmaker, you as a content creator. You know, Uncle Sam talked about the worth of the fashion industry in Africa. Now I want to talk about the worth in Nigeria. And is anybody naked here? Is anybody naked? So everybody is wearing one outfit or another. That means we are partakers of the fashion industry. Ain't it? Okay. So if that be the case, the fashion industry here in Nigeria, by this 2025, it is labeled to be worth $10 billion. $10 billion. And like Uncle Sam said, most of these things are not homegrown. They are like imported. Like what I'm wearing now is obviously imported, and maybe we made them here, but the fabric itself, so the entire value chain is not domiciled here in Nigeria. But there is something that I am so excited about, that the filmmakers, will I say it is even Nollywood that actually started it before it started moving into our everyday lives, content creation. You see, these are Nollywood movies that we have been watching. You see the village scenes and all that. Sure, we will be looking at it like, what is Nollywood doing and all that, but somehow they kind of imbibed in us our African fashion somehow, subconsciously. You understand? Today, if you look at the Nollywood movies of now, you will notice that, okay, let me say before, when they want to wear maybe even some flamboyant outfits, as in African outfits, they are not really well made. I mean, way back. But now, you're seeing the intentionality about how they represent the Nigerian culture. And you see them, the outfits will be beautifully made, like well structured. And these outfits, no cap, they are telling stories, as in our African stories. So you see these things, and you now notice that everybody wants to start dressing like what they see. Are you seeing the power of what the filmmakers are already doing? But I want to move that narrative to the content creators. I don't want to dwell so much on the filmmakers, because to me, they understand the assignment and they've been delivering when it comes to showcasing our African fashion, right? Do we agree? Do we agree? But now I want us to come back. I want us to come to the content creators. Content creators, you guys are doing well. But like our last speaker said, if you don't tell these stories, who will? Forgive me, but it's been long I watched like the mainstream Nollywood movies and all that. But I've been watching a lot of short skits and all that. And whether you like it or not, these skits send messages faster than even the main full movies in Nollywood. So what are we doing concerning the stories we want to bring out when it concerns our fashion? About 3 years ago, we know Christian Dior, right? Yes. We know Christian Dior. Yes. 3 years ago, Christian Dior brought out a collection. This collection was full batik and adire. Do you know what that means? She had Chimamanda on it, as in on the runway, as in, she called it feminism, kiniye. Now, what are we trying to say? These people, true, they are lacking stories, they are lacking inspiration. So if we don't tell our stories, who will? So when we don't, what will happen? They will help us tell the story. And when they tell it, the sad part about this storytelling through fashion is they will tell it in their own narrative. In their own narrative. So you start hearing things like the adire originally was gotten from a pine boboye located somewhere along Scandinavia and all that. And you'll be like, no, now, it's not true. This, bro, sis, you didn't tell your story. So you've already given the outside world the permission to put out that narrative. And now you now see yourself at the defending side. No, that's not true. The adire is from southwest Nigeria. Who will hear you then? Now, why are we saying this? We want content creators, especially in this region. I was telling Mama Hilda, I said, Mommy, we have, I'm talking about this region now. I'm talking about River State now. I'm talking about the Niger Delta region. We have the richest culture, the most beautiful culture in the Niger Delta. That is why today you see marriages, you see Benin person, not Benin, Benin is part of us. You see maybe Benue person, you see Plateau, everybody wants to wear our beads, everybody wants to wear another, because of how beautiful our culture is. Content creators, can we tilt a little to that? While doing your content, can your fashion represent the Niger Delta people? Or what? Well, yes, we are here. So this is the place we should first of all promote before we start going far. Can it resonate with the people of the Niger Delta? Can it tell the Niger Delta story? Can it? Yes. Now, let me use myself as an example. I've been around a very long time. House of Bo. We all know House of Bo. But when I sat back and I'm like, I'm sewing this, I'm sewing this, I'm doing all of this, am I ready to compete with Gucci? Or am I ready to compete with Louis Vuitton? What am I ready to compete with? Because this is like, will I say this is their culture? Do we agree? Yes. This is who they are. Now, will I be able to beat them in their game? Obviously not. But how will I beat them? Is when I go to the Calabari land and bring out the loco, or bring out the ikaki, and use the krugubite to create something, even to the simplest thing. And the Louis Vuitton will be like, which one is this one? We haven't seen it in fashion before. Yes, that should be what we are doing. That should be what we should do intentionally. So I want to charge content creators here. Sorry, I'm directing this to you. Please, whatever you're doing when it comes to content creation, I want you to please tell the Niger Delta story. You can even use it. Let me give you a typical example. We are talking about Sabinus. He's a content creator. But we know that once we see him with that his blue shirt and his tie, that's like his signature. We can also decide to create a signature outfit. I don't know what your content is trying to do, but with a fashion that would pay homage to our heritage here. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? So with that, you find out that this thing also has a ripple effect economically. Why am I saying so? When we started the Bozillion brand, I saw all this and I'm like, no, hell no, I'm not doing this again. I'm going to go back to my roots. I'm going to use our indigenous fabrics. I'm going to use all the resources around that's around my heritage to begin to make clothes, everyday clothes and all that. It wasn't easy. But trust me, when I started it, everybody accepted it. And today, people are going to their mother's boxes, bringing out those wrappers that have been lying down for ages. Some, your mother has not tied them in 20 years. They are in the box. We call it what? Box cloths. They are there. People are now bringing it out and making pants, making tops. Now, when you finish the box, when you finish the fabric in your mother's box, what will happen? Sure, you go to the market. What has that done economically? What has that done economically? It has created a ripple effect, because now, if people usually buy those outfits, maybe the seller might be selling maybe 2 or 3 in a week. Now that we are bringing it into mainstream fashion, you'll be selling like 5, 10. I remember when we started fashion, I started out with using leather. They abused me. For this, our hot Nigeria, they are using leather. It's true. I dumped it. I started with crochet. Hey, crochet. For this same heat, you want to use sweater. I was doing crochet mixed with Ankara. I started it. I stopped. Then, yes, I stopped. Then I wanted to use ashoke. People's traditional outfit. You want to bastardize it. I stopped. But today what's happening? People are wearing crochet as if the sun is not 40 degrees outside. As in, then what about the ashoke? What about the ashoke? You're seeing kimonos, you're seeing full outfit. People are wearing it every day. What would that tell you? I was, should I say, stupid to listen to them then. But I refuse now. So I want us, because you guys are the drivers of the narrative. Everybody watches you. We watch what you put out there. And somehow, there is something it does in our brain. Subconsciously, it changes the way we see things, the way we view things and all that. So for that reason, please pay attention to your fashion. It's very important. For the fashion itself, it's huge. If I want to talk about it on different aspects and fronts, it's huge. But I just want us to focus on this part where it concerns us as a people in the Niger Delta, and also how it resonates with your content creation story. I want to make it brief and short, so at this point, I'm going to say thank you. I hope I've not been able to confuse you in any way. But if you have any questions, please, you can ask. There's no question, I beg to leave. Thank you very much for having me.